Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has hidden unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure, or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
Our choices always have consequences, whether good or bad. One decision can start a chain of events that we can't possibly control. Jehoshaphat, a strong, godly king of Judah, made a tragic mistake. He married his firstborn son to the daughter of evil King Ahab of Israel. Before he died, Jehoshaphat made provision for all of his sons to rule certain cities, but for his eldest son, Jehoram, to be king over Judah. Jehoram didn't want any competition for his power. So, under the influence of his ungodly wife, he killed all of his brothers and the princes of Judah and undid all of the good that his father and grandfather had done. He led his people to worship idols and set up high places again. Of course, God sent Elijah the prophet to warn him of the consequences of his evil practices and call him to repent. But Jehoram continued to rebel. God carried out his promises. Enemies invaded and carried away all the riches God had given his father. They took his sons and wives, and Jehoram himself was struck with a disease. When he died, the people didn't even mourn. Good riddance. Jehoram's wife Athaliah and her youngest son Ahaziah were left to rule Judah. Athaliah led her son to be just as evil as his father and align himself with Joram of King Ahab's family, going to war with them against Syria. Suffering from a wound in battle, King Joram convalesced at Jezreel. King Ahaziah visited his cousin Joram there. Then 2 Chronicles 22:7 says, "But God decided this visit would be Ahaziah's downfall. God sent Jehu to kill both Ahaziah and his relatives who were with him." When Ahaziah's mother, Athaliah, heard about her son's death, she started killing everyone in the family so she could stay in power, and that included her own grandchildren. God spared Ahaziah's son, Joash, who was a baby at the time. He was hidden and raised by priests in the temple while his evil grandmother ruled the land. How quickly things had changed. In one generation, the land of Judah returned to its old ways and its evil leaders and idol worship. But God had other plans. His decision wasn't just to kill off an evil ruler so that a more evil ruler could take control. His decision removed baby Joash from the evil influences of his family. God took control of his upbringing. The head priest, Jehoiada, hid Joash for 7 years and then anointed him king and had Athaliah executed. While Jehoiada was alive, Joash did what was right in the eyes of the Lord. Now, this long, involved soap opera-like story shows that sometimes God's decisions can make things seem to go from bad to worse in our lives or even in our nation. But He always has a plan, and that plan is good. I imagine the people of Judah lost hope during those 7 years when Athaliah went on her killing spree. They probably thought that the house of David had come to an end with all of his descendants dead and gone, and that God had failed in His promises. But at the end of those 7 long years, Jehoiada revealed Joash, and God was glorified over and over. Have circumstances in your life gone from bad to worse? Are you in the middle of those 7 years of hopelessness, not seeing God's hand? Have faith that He will work all things for good. He will get glory through your situation. Hang on. Don't give up on God. He is always, always faithful.
As always, we'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to share a treasure, support this ministry, or get Carla to speak at an event, please contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.